Hello, my sweet love. Welcome in this channeled transmission from my guides and the guides of, the collective. I am going to read the energies present for the month of August 2024. But just know that if you stumble on this transmission, on this guidance at any other time and space, it's okay. It's that you needed it. If the algorithm gods deemed that it was necessary for you to receive this transmission at any other time, they will transmit it and share with you when you need it. So if it's not August 2024 when you stumble here, it's okay. You can still listen because that's going to be something for you. Of course, as with everything anyone channels or shares with you, please keep what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Always use your discernment. But first and foremost, we're just gonna close our eyes for 1 minute, maybe not even 1 minute, for 3 breaths. So please just close your eyes if you can, if you're not driving, of course, or walking. Close your eyes, place one hand or two hands on your body. I'm placing mine on my heart space, but you can place them on your belly, on your arms. You can give yourself a hug. Do whatever you feel called to, or place your hands on your knees if you're sitting cross-legged. So close your eyes and you're gonna inhale through the nose, letting your belly inflate. And pause for 3, 2, 1, and exhale through the mouth or nose as you wish, and let your belly deflate. And why are we breathing like this? Are you asking? Inhale. We're breathing like this together to arrive in the moment. And pause. 3, 2, 1, exhale. We're arriving in the moment. We are centering and we are being here, present. Inhale. Pause for 3, 2, 1, and exhale. It's also allowing us to, it's basically to be present and to arrive in the moment and calm the nervous system, right? And it's just, we can always use a moment of 3 deep breaths, conscious breathing in a day. So let's get on with it. So first things first, what does the collective need to know right now? You might need to know, if you're watching this as a video, that I might speak and look, I might channel with my eyes open. I know some people channel with their eyes closed. I don't need to. My main senses are my claircognizance, so I just know things. And I'm also obviously hearing and seeing things. I'm also sensing things, and I'm also smelling things. Sometimes, not always, but the main thing is that I will share things that come to me through my voice, and as soon as I start speaking, I will share with you what you need to know, how you need to know it, right? And I will hear things, and I will know things, and I will see things in my mind's eyes, but I don't need to have my eyes closed to do that. So yes, that's out of the way. So the first thing you need to know right now is about discernment. As I said in the beginning, you keep what resonates and you leave what doesn't, right? And that goes with everything in life. And it's very important nowadays to use discernment, and keeping what resonates, leaving what doesn't is discernment, okay? It's discernment from an intuitive space, but you need to be careful with who you listen to. It goes with people that channel energy, information, and some shit, right? From the media, from the news, from the social networks, your friends, everyone, right? You need to use your discernment with any and all information that comes to you and that you consume, okay? It could be scientific, it could be channeled, it could be intuitive, right? Any information that comes to you, you need to discern for yourself, because there's a lot of corruption in the world right now, and even scientific studies that we thought were like clean and ethical and stuff may have been corrupted by the people that funded them, right? So it's important to know that corruption is a big thing right now. And corruption is everywhere. And by that, I'm going to be very dualistic right now and share with you something. So we're going to simplify things. We can say that there are two sides, like the good side, the light side, and the bad side, the dark side, right? On the dark side are going to be like Bill Gates, the governments, the states, the things like this, the medias, some medias, not all, but most, and some people that you thought were good. Okay, on the bright side, light side, good side, there are people that want you to be experiencing love, joy, ease, flow, abundance, and they want to create and manifest heaven on earth. They want, on the good side, they want us to ascend and be in a golden age. On the other hand, the bad side wants us to live in fear. It's the fear mongering. It's using our intense energies to whatever end, right? It's not wanting a golden age. It's just wanting to have us enslaved some way, something like this, right? No, exactly like this. Okay, it's exactly like this. They want us enslaved and they want to feed off of our energy, of our fear. Please watch again Monsters Inc. It tells you everything, right? But also, and that's from me, Lilith, they tell us everything, right? That they're doing. They have to. But in Monsters Inc., they tell us they feed off of our fear, right? But at the end of the movie, they find out that joy and love are so much more powerful and create more energy and are better. So, we have all the keys. It's all in front of our eyes, alright? So, yeah, anyways, back on track. Yes, so some people that you thought were good and on the light side, on the right side of history of energies, may indeed, in fact, be from the other side. Some energies from the dark side may infiltrate the good side through some people, through some channels. Not mine. Because I have an ethical and clean and clear way of channeling, but some people may inadvertently channel not great energies, and you will know this when it may not. Maybe it's because it's not worded properly, maybe it's because it's exaggerated, but sometimes it's creating fear. Maybe it's triggering something in you that induces fear, in which case it's up to you to work on yourself. But some people will channel and share things that are actually fear-mongering, right? Fear-based, created to create fear. In this, the main goal of it is to create fear within you. So just maybe use that as a way of discerning things and discern between, is this fear mine or is this created by them, right? Is this fear triggering something in me that I need to work on? Because sometimes it is. Or is this a fear that is created by them to feed off of me? Okay? And why are they using fear like this? Because if we are in fear and we may overthink, we may be anxious, and we may stray from ourselves, from who we are at our core. We may stray from wanting the best, from being love from loving our neighbors and being good people, right? We may stray from wanting to create heaven on earth. We may not care about ascending or our spiritual gifts and work and just stay in the matrix. But enough said about that. Maybe not, we'll see. But yeah, discernment is key. Discernment is key because everything, there's a lot of corruption. There may be, things that are tainted with corruption or darkness, and it's important that we activate our discernment. All right, and I think it's important that I touch on that. And I'm going to use another example. I'm going to use the example of the Hunger Games, right? You've read the books or you've watched the movies. You know that in the capital, they are dressed really weirdly, really eccentrically. They do a lot of plastic surgery, and they use the Hunger Games, to distract the population, to distract the people, to distract them from wanting war and from wanting what is fair, what is just, what is right. Okay? And so I've watched this show, Those About to Die, and this exists since Rome, right? In Rome, they had the games, they had the gladiators. Why? To control population, to control the people, not to rebel, to not create, to just stay the lane. They distract them from their anger, and they distract them from what they wanted in the first place by those games, by those things, right? So right now are the Olympics. Maybe they're gonna use the Olympics to distract us from things. Maybe, like the Met Gala, you realize that with the Met Gala, right? It was really, people realize that, I think. Hunger Games, Met Gala, right? But Olympics are games as well. So maybe there is something there that you need to be careful or mindful, not careful. You need to be mindful of things and maybe open your eyes. I'm just merely planting seeds of things, okay? It's just seeds. You do with it whatever you will, but we are all hyper connected, and the fact that there is corruption that may be infiltrated in things is important for social medias, right? For social networks, for TikToks, Instagram, YouTube, and stuff like that, because the algorithm will show you things that are of interest to you. Like, they will show you things that you want, okay? That you have an interest for, that you like. And I don't know how to explain it, but it will reinforce your belief system, or it can taint your belief system with whatever they want to feed you. So it's important that you are somewhat aware of that and keep your discernment even in spaces you think are safe, right? Don't let your discernment fall asleep in spaces you think are safe, because your discernment needs to be activated all of the freaking time, okay? And yeah, that's it about discernment. Also, let me see what is next. Okay, I did this video in French before, right? I did the transmission in French before, and I don't know if it's gonna be the same things or not that are going to be shared, because, different language, maybe different things. So, but we are going to touch on the same thing. So, and they know I'm gonna use the word firewall, and they don't like it, but I'm still gonna use it. I'm still gonna use it because I think it's a good word to explain things. But you have an innate protection layer that is on your energetic field, on your aura. You have an innate protection system, right? Like a firewall, like a what's the word? An umbrella, right? An umbrella protects you from the rain, okay? All of that, right? So you have like an umbrella or a firewall that stops viruses, like to come and leech your energy or infect your energy, like you would on a computer, right? There is an innate firewall in you. But the interesting thing is it is innate, but sometimes it's dormant, sometimes it's not activated. So to keep the image of the computer things, we are going to activate it just by clicking one thing, right? So you can close your eyes if you want, or you can just do your own thing, but I'm going to guide you into activating your quote-unquote firewall. They don't really like that word, but they're acknowledging like it works, but also it's not a firewall. It's like a protection system, right? But we're going to activate it nonetheless, no matter how it's called, okay? So you can just close your eyes and you are going to, you can visualize things here, but I'm going to guide you into repeating words after me. So you can close your eyes and you're gonna repeat something after me. You can, if you want, visualize something. You can visualize that you are closing a layer of your energetic field, like pushing a button that would activate like your alarm at night, right? Like just like this, or just like you would put a door, a metallic door. You can imagine that there's a layer of metal on your energetic space that is going to come in and click together. You can hear the sound, and you're going to repeat this thing that I'm going to say after me. Okay, so you can close your eyes and you're going to take 1 or 2 deep breaths, and you're going to say that I hereby, you can say your name if you want, activate my innate protection system in all times, spaces, dimensions, and incarnations. My protection system is now activated in place and is protecting me from any and all ill intent energy that would otherwise want to leech its way into my energetic field, into my system, and infect me with its ill intent. I am now free and protected in all times, space, dimensions, and incarnations. And so it is. Thank you. I love you. Amen. You can pause now if you want to and add your own things, because it's important if you want to like calibrate your own protection system that you do that. But know that it is just something that's innate to you. Like it's a basic firewall that you can fine tune, that you can like upgrade to your likings. That means that maybe for 5 days you're gonna close your eyes and visualize closing your energetic field so that it's not open and it's not attracting everything and anything and bad juju and stuff, right? You can visualize it closing, and that, door, metallic door closing, or that lock closing or whatever. But I also want you to know that by activating that protection and clothing that metallic thing, it doesn't mean that you're closing yourself off from the world. It just means that you are protecting yourself from any ill intent energy. And I just wanted to say that for the people that are afraid of this protection system. It's not because it's metallic that it's keeping the world at bay. It's keeping the bad at bay. It's just your innate protection system that's been activated. It's just like the firewall for your computer. It protects you from the viruses. Just that. But also, it's a basic protection system. It's a basic firewall. You can fine tune it. You can add layers to it. You can add lines of codes by, doing your thing. So I would advise you for the next 5 days to either repeat it or just visualize your protection system being in place at least once a day, right? So that it gets engraved in your brain that you are protected. It's important for your nervous system and for your mind to know that you're protected, for your body to know that it's protected innately, because you may have forgotten it. So please just do that for the next 5 days to a week. Even 3 days would be good, but repeating something will open new neural pathways and make you feel better. So that's why it's recommended like this. And something else that is going to be recommended is that you tune in every day. And not tune in, it's like a meditation, basically. And it's during this time that you can, every day, outside of that 5 days period of time where you activate and check your protection system, it's something you can do for the whole month or more. But you can take 5 minutes a day to anchor yourself, all right? Because there's a lot of energies present. There's a lot of upgrades going on with the earth. She's going through a wave of upgrades of ascension, right? There are things happening with the earth. And as we are being earthlings and living on the earth, we are influenced by that. We may feel it on different levels depending on our levels of connection and resonance with the earth, but if she goes through something, it affects us. Okay, so this means that you can check the Schumann resonance. It's blasting, not that blasting, but there's a lot of energy coming through the earth's electromagnetic field. And anyways, to help you if you have those ascension symptoms, oh my god, I cannot talk, to help you if you have ascension symptoms, connecting and anchoring with the earth will help. But the most important thing, if you feel called to connect with the earth or the sun or another planet to anchor and ground yourself, please do. But what would be most beneficial to you would be to connect to your heart, to yourself, to your own self, right? It's like you were grounding or anchoring to yourself. So you're gonna do that every day for 5 minutes. You're gonna just breathe in and out and connect to your heart space, connect to yourself and ground within yourself. I think it's very important, especially during Leo season, to do that, and maybe especially because there may be a lot of things that may require our discernment happening. And just it's good to connect and anchor within yourself. And if you needed confirmation that what I'm saying isn't bullshit, there's a butterfly, there's a window just on the other side of that recording, and there's a butterfly that just flew by. So if you needed a confirmation for something, you can take that as a confirmation, baby. Anyways, you do that. You connect to yourself. You can clear your energetic space, your auric field, your aura, right? You can do that by visualization or by the words. If you are not someone that visualizes properly, that doesn't have images in your mind, it's fine. You can just say things and it will be the same, right? And if you don't like to use your voice, write things down. But as you're going to meditate, you don't have to say things out loud. You can just say things in your minds, right? You can whisper into your head. I don't know how. Yeah, you can speak in your own head, right? Yeah, that's how we say this. I don't know, but you get my gist, right? So yeah, you are going to connect to yourself, clear your energetic space through visualizing smoke, a tornado clearing things from your energetic space. You can visualize light clearing things for you, or just say that you want things to be cleared and that things are being cleared and that things are clear now, right? You can just use your words if you don't want to visualize or are not sure how to do that. And once you do that, you are then going to either check on your protective system, or you are going to add layers of protection for yourself. Some people will add layers to protect themselves from hexes, evil eyes, hexes with an H, right? Spells, curses, not exes like ex-boyfriends or girlfriends or, lovers. You can if you need to, right? Especially because it's going to be Mercury retrograde. But hexes, curses, spells, you can protect yourself from that. You can protect yourself from, I don't know, EMFs or whatever you feel called to protect yourself from. You can add those layers of protection every day, right? You can ask to stay in your own energy, but I've done that. I've asked, like in the last few weeks, I've asked for, when I placed my energy, my protective energetic field, I asked for things to repel off of my energetic field, my protection layer, and ill-intent things to ripple out and be sent to light, not sent to the sender back 10 times. Just, I'm sending it back to light. I'm not creating more karma or whatever. I'm just sending it back to light, back to God. Yeah. Which tip here? You don't want to create more karma, but you do you maybe you want to send it threefold, tenfold back to the sender. You do you. I'm not judging. Sometimes I do that, but not anymore, I think. Anyways, so I was asking for that, right? Energies to repel, elented energy to repel and rebound out of my energy and send back to light. And I was asking God and my guides, and when I set that protection bubble or sphere around me, to stay in my own energy and to not let others' energy and emotions influence mine. I was asking to stay in my energy, in my lane, to be anchored in myself. And I was presented with big opportunities to do that. It did not always work because I can ask for it, but I can also, I'm just saying that so that you are mindful and that you know that when you ask something like this, you might be presented with opportunities that allow you to stay in your own energy, right? A protection system is a protection system. It might help you to stay in your own energy, but it might be up to you to feel your feelings and stay centered and not be swayed by other people's energies and emotions. Just keeping that in mind, that sometimes when we ask for things, we need to be prepared for the opportunities to do that, rather than it being magically done for us. And I think that's important to know that, right? So now you know. And one last thing before I end this transmission, because my voice is telling me like, Lilith, it's done, like, you're done. So I like to give you practical tips and tricks and things to do in your daily life, right? Things that you can do when I channel, because otherwise what was it good for? So I gave you that with the connecting to yourself, even though I didn't give you any practical tips on how to do that, because it's going to be a personal process. You're going to do that in your own way, and that's going to be good. But I like to share crystal plants and fruit, veggies, or things that you can eat and drink and use in your daily life that are going to allow you to feel good and be good, right? So mint is something that you can consume more of. Blueberries, chocolate, but not for everyone. Not everyone is gonna be called to eat chocolate. It's not good for everyone. You'll know that. I think fire signs are not too much chocolate for you. Maybe that is one of the things you can tune in for yourself and see if it's for you or not. So mint, blues, chocolate, peaches. I have this image of someone biting into a peach, a really ripe peach, and the juice of the peach is dripping on your chin, on your throat, like it's dripping here. It's like this juicy, happy feeling that you can chase and do activities that give you that juicy feeling, or just eat a peach. right? And instead of, because when I eat a peach, I cut it and I put it in a bowl and then I eat it like this. Well, if you are like me and you do that, maybe just bite into the peach and let it drip on you. Yeah, but also, yeah, I'm seeing something like white, and it's going to depend on the people. It could be yogurt, it could be coconut cream or milk, or ice cream, right? A white ice cream. You'll know what's for you or not. And what's important as well is electrolytes, because as I said, we are going through little waves of upgrades and ascension. So you may have ascension symptoms, and electrolytes will help you. For some of you, you are in summer because you are in the northern hemisphere, and for the southern hemisphere, you're not in summer, it's winter. But for those, especially in the summer times, it's going to be important for you to hydrate properly, because you might feel dehydrated because of the heat and the ascension symptoms, right? So be really mindful about that. Use good water. If you don't have anything to clear your water, like a device that clears your water, pray on it. Pray on your water. Whisper sweet nothings into your water. Write words on your glass of water, right? Like I have, I have words on my very tall glass of water, and you can speak in incantation spells or whatever, right? You can pray on it. You can say your affirmations. It's all the same things, really. You're just gonna program your water with those energies and those words, and then you're gonna drink it, and it's going to be very good for you to have that. So, yeah. And it's very important to be mindful of your water and everything that you consume, in a general way. But the last thing that I'm going to share is that you can do one meditation a week, or one at least one in the month. Do a long meditation that is guided by someone else, okay? Because the thing that you're going to do daily, it's going to be like 5 minutes. It's just connecting to yourself, setting your space, your inner space. And so it's important as well to do a guided meditation, or even if it's not guided, just sit for a longer period of time. At least 45 minutes, an hour is good, either once a week or at least once a month if it's not your thing. You're going to find on my website a quantum leap that is recorded that you can do. It's 14 euros, so around 15 USD. And it's a long 1 hour meditation that will allow you to just, quantum jump into your highest self, into your highest timeline. And you also have an activation within it that will be very good for this summertime and all the retrogrades happening, I'm being told. So you can redo that, or do that quantum leap if you want to. You can also go on to YouTube or Insight Timer and find a meditation. You can ask before you go to bed to stumble onto that meditation, right? But try to do one thing for yourself for that, right? Just try to do at least once every week a meditation, right? It's gonna be good for you to do a longer form meditation. Okay, is there anything else? Yes. The last thing that I'm going to share is that your guides right now are going to be sending you love. They're going to give you a big hug, and they're going to put you into a cocoon of love and good energies. They're going to send you whatever you need in that now moment for at least half an hour, starting from now or the end of this video or podcast, however you listen to that. So they're going to do that for at least half an hour, and you can just, say yes, that you will receive that. And if you want to further this experience, you can ask before you go to bed for your guides to send you that cocoon of loving energy again and help you have a good night's sleep in that warm cocoon. And speaking of cocoon, this transmission is now over, but just know that the longer meditation that you're gonna, it's not over, the longer meditation that you're gonna do is, the butterfly came back, is going to give you codes and keys and energies, just as this transmission gave you codes and, things. I share codes and energies when I speak from the guides, the divine. It shares energies through me while I speak that are sometimes linked to what I say and sometimes not. Just what you needed to receive is being received by you. And just know that whenever you do that longer meditation or those longer meditations, you're going to receive codes and energies and keys and frequencies that you needed. So just ask for the right meditation to present, or trust your intuition and go do the meditation that calls to you, either on YouTube or Insight Timer, for example. But you're going to find a lot of things. And so I was speaking of cocoon because I wanted to introduce you to my services as well, because as you see, I'm a channel, I'm a psychic medium, and I channel and some shit, right? So I also offer guidances and transmissions on a one-on-one basis. You can have either a 90-minute session that's called Soul Emergence. It's a cocoon, basically, where I will just hold you and give you the messages, the healing, the clearings, the activation that you need. I'm going to scan your energy field, tell you what's going on behind the scenes that you may not know why, or it's going to give you confirmations and explanation about why things are happening the way that they are, and give you some clues and keys about a lot of things. That's 90 minutes. I also have a 60-minute sessions where in that session it's specifically designed for you to ask questions to your guide. So you're going to prep a list of questions. You're going to ask them one by one and give you the answer, right? I'm going to give you the answers that you need to have. And that doesn't mean that for the 90-minute session you cannot ask questions. You can, of course, but this 60-minute session is designed for answering your questions. I also offer a dragon session. In this dragon session, that lasts around 45 minutes tops, because dragon energy is big and intense and sometimes a lot to take on. So during this session, I will introduce you to your dragon guides. Yeah, that's plain and simple. You're gonna just I'm going to tell you what your dragon looks like, what it's like, physical traits, character traits, personality traits, maybe their name if they want to. Not all dragons want to share their names. I'm gonna tell you the message from your dragon, how to work with them, why it's your guide at the moment, and if you don't have a dragon guide, don't worry. We're gonna call one in. And if you're not called to work with dragons but more with elementals or fairies, I have a lot of fairy energy and DNA, and our fairies are big with me. So we might be able to work with fairies instead of dragons if that's what is calling you, but just keeping this open. Besides that, as I told you, there are quantum leaps. I'm going to offer journeys soon, meditative journeys, and I think I shared a transmission in English, and it's going to be a little bit like that. So check that. It was a transmission from the dragon, the fairies, the elemental, and a forest, a land, a transmission from the land. So check this out. Even if it's not in English, you can check it out because there's like language in it and keys and codes shared. So maybe you can just, take it in anyways. So yeah. And I'll also offer past life regressions to clear your field from anything that's still holding you back from, that is still in your field from a past life. And if you need help or guidance with your gifts, something's coming up, something's brewing, but I also offer coaching and mentorship. So I'm just a healer and a channel psychic medium. So just if you need a one-on-one session with me, check the links in the description, and you will be guided wherever you need to go. Anyways, I wish you an amazing month of August. I'm gonna go drink that tall glass of water, and I wish you an amazing rest of your day and an amazing month of August. May it bring you everything that you need and everything that you want that is serving you. And I love you. See you soon.